we race. Superstar by both the Birolard drivers. Maximilian Paul tries to split them, and he does. Kelchik runs wide on a green track, and the Lennox Racing Team driver almost makes contact. Down the inside, Maximilian Paul has got the lead. It's Putjarten on the outside trying to go through into position 3. Good start by Thomas Rackle as we see one of the Birolards off the road. It's Bertuca. Bertuca into the grass. Wow, what a hectic start. There is Putjarten, who won the Winter Cup here 7 days ago. The Falcon Racing Team kart of the Ukrainian has gone up into second place. Bertuca was in the grass. Freddie Slater has got the race lead. There is Putjarten in the Falcon Racing kart, goes position 2. They come across the line for the first time. We'll see where Bertuca has recovered. So Slater in position 3. Fabulous start for the driver from Dresden. Maximilian Paul, the all-new spec, the new homologation. Modern KK2 engine on the Danilo Rossi racing kart. As we see Mark Negruzza try and make a move. Alessio Lamartina is there as well. In fact, it was Thomas Rackle going through on the Canadian Nicholas Taylor, who tried to defend. We'll see who comes out best. In fact, Nicholas Taylor has held him off. You just got a glimpse in the background as Paul Ribera, the Austrian, slams it down the inside and takes position 3 away from Fast Freddy. Putjarten for LA Motorsport, deep under brakes. Goes the Ukrainian on the back of the German. The Austrian position 3. And Fast Freddy Slater in position 4, the fastest qualifier. 2 Germans inside the top 5 because Julius Bernhard is next. 5th in line in the 115 IAME powered kart Republic. It is a Modena powered Danilo Rossi racing kart which leads in the hands of the German driver from Dresden, Maximilian Paul. Front left off the deck for Slavik Putjarten, the Falcon Racing Team's 2nd year of competition. This new project, relatively new speaking, for the 1980 world champion Peter De Bruyn. After so much success with the Gillard Racing Kart team, including taking the 2005 World Championship with Ollie Oakes. That was at Braga in Portugal. But it's a new Falcon Racing team, the new chassis from Peter and the team, and they're running in 2nd place with LA Motorsport, the Ukrainian driver on the back of the German in the DR Racing Kart for the 5-time World Champion, Danilo Rossi. Down the inside goes Putjarten, and he's done it. He's gone through to take the lead. Maximilian Paul in 2nd place. The German-speaking drivers in 2nd and 3rd. The Austrian, that is Paul Ribera, in 3rd place, driving for Dual Motorsport. Both the drivers in 2nd and 3rd also combining a full season in WSK KZ2 World Competition, racing in various GT3 and GT4 categories as well. They're in 2nd and 3rd. It is the Falcon kart of Putjarten which leads. Maximilian Paul P1. Paul Ribera's 2nd. There's Slater in 4th place. A rough start for the young Englishman. Trying to check the statistic if he is the youngest ever driver to take pole position in KZ2 in WSK competition. I'm sure there's a young driver from the Netherlands by the name of Max who may have actually eclipsed him back in 2013 when he took the WSK Euro Series, as we see Ribera dive down the inside from Maximilian Paul. But regardless, a stunning performance for the young 14-year-old English driver who's now catching the back of the early race leader, Maximilian Paul. Slater in the Birolard. There's Julius Bernhard, another German, just ahead of Bruno Mulders. Good performance from Bruno. New signing for the CRG Racing Team, 112. In the background, Bruno Mulders from the 6th row of the grid, starting alongside Mattia Simonini, who has actually dropped down the order. And he's been passed by Alessio Lamartina, just holding off the Canadian in the GP racing kart, Nicholas Taylor. So the gap, 0.5 of a second. Christian Bertuca, remember him, started on the front row of the grid, was in the grass on the first lap. He's now charging back through the field. He's back into 10th. And he's just done a 46.685, 0.2 of a second faster than the race leaders. In 10th, next in line for Christian Cannibal Bertuca is the Moldovan Mark Negruzza. The gap between the race leader, Slavik Putjarten, Paul Ribera, is now 0.5 a second. Slater up into 3rd. Max Paul sits back in 4th place behind Julius Bernhard. Akelchik, Lenny Reed for the Lanari Racing Team. Bruno Mulder's P8 being caught by Bertuca, who's gone purple in every single sector last time round. A 46.293 versus a 46.7 for Putyatin. There is Bertuca, absolutely flying. He's just gone by the 2 Maranello karts of Negruza and Rakul. Negruza from Moldova in east of Europe. Speaking of Eastern Europe, it's the Ukrainian in position 1. Slavik Putyatin. The gap half a second. Bertuca, P9 behind Bruno Mulder. Lenny Reed for the Lanari Racing Team. Great to see LRT back at the track. Lenny Reed, the German driver for the Lanari Racing Team, who've had so much success over the past few seasons, more particularly in the OK category. They're also running here in KZ2 in the WSK Champions Cup as we look at Slater. Dive down the inside. Fast Freddy goes through to position 2. Nicely done by the 14-year-old English driver. Back up into 2nd place. We know he's quick. We know the kart works. Virulat have dominated KZ2 competition for the past few seasons. Actually, they've won the WSK Euro Series. They've won the WSK Open Cup as well. Last year it was a Saudi Cup though, which took the victory in the hands of Stenner van Walstein. Victor Gustafsson, he did win in 2021 at Adria for the Lennox Racing Team on a Birol manufactured Charles Leclerc kart. As we see, Slater run a little bit wide. There is Maximilian Paul in the background, the 2 German drivers running together. Julius Bernhardt in position 5. Good run from Julius. Head of Akelchik, Lenny Reed, Bruno Mulbers is still holding off Christian Bertuca. So it gets harder here now for the Italian. The gap 0.4 of a second between Slater and Putyatin, but remember Freddie has come from 4th. Didn't get the best start. His teammate Bertuca will try and get a glimpse of the 2nd red and white Birol art. There it is in the background. Still cannot get by the young Dutch driver, Bruno Mulders, in the CRG. He does just now. You just got a glimpse at the bottom of your screen. The Birol art passing the CRG. And with that, Bertuca moves up into position 8. Comes down the hill. Next in line, the Lanari Racing Team entry. Going through of Lenny Reed. Slater has caught Putyatin. The Birol art working well, as is this super young talent, Freddie Slater. Multiple champion, of course. He won the World Championships a couple of seasons ago. Provisionally also took the title. Well, he crossed the line first. Let's not get into that too much. We know how good he is. We know how quick he is. And now he leads as he dives down the inside and takes the lead away from Slavik Putyatin. There is Paul Ribera in position 3. Julius Bernhardt and Maximilian Paul. Julius still trying to go by Maximilian, the early race leader. So it is a Birol art from a Falcon Racing kart, a Kart Republic, and a DR kart in position 4. Alessio Lamartina has retired from the race. Bertuca now trying to get by Lenny Reed with 6 laps remaining. Prefinal A for KZ2, the WSK Champions Cup here at Lonato. Ivan Akelchik in the background in the Lennox Racing Team kart in position 6. Good effort from him with Germans ahead of him and Germans behind him. Ivan Akelchik 109 under pressure from Lenny Reed. There is Bertuca in the background. His teammate leads. Fabulous performance on debut from Fast Freddie Slater from the Midlands of England, the oldest of the 5 Slater siblings. Older brother of Alfie Slater, who'll join us next weekend for the WSK Supermaster Series first round here at Lonato. Freddie also racing in the Ginetta Championship in his native Great Britain in 2023. After a couple of races already in 2022, including a rookie race win. A toe in the water exercise for Freddie, and let's be honest, he's virtually emulating Lando Norris career path-wise. Although Lando, off memory, never did race a KZ2 kart. No, he didn't, did he? Almost a similar career path, though. Also raced in Ginetta. It won't be too long before surely we see Freddie joining us in the Italian F4 Championship, which kicks off later this year. It will be the 10th season of the world's most competitive junior motor racing series, as ever presented by WSK Promotion. Speaking of which, this year's Formula One World Championship grid, 15 of the 20 drivers on the grid have come from WSK World Competition. The latest of which is Oscar Piastri, who raced with success for Ricky Flynn Motorsport, the former team of the race leader, Freddie Slater. As Maximilian Paul's in trouble, he slows. The early race leader with a problem going down into the chicane has dropped off the pace badly. Maximilian Paul in trouble. Circulating slowly, trying to limp to the checkered flag, but the German may have a terminal problem here. Just trying to limp to the checkered flag. There is Slater with 3 laps remaining now. Christian Bertucca with a 46.277 goes by. Maximilian Paul dropping down the order. What a disappointment. The early race leader, the new debut of the Danilo Rossi racing car powered by the new homologation Modena KK2 engine, led the race early. It has been quick, but he has now dropped off the order, and Maximilian Paul will join Marc Negruzza and Alessio Lamartina as retirements. It'll be a back of the grid start if he can scrape through for the final later this afternoon. No problem for Slater though, 2 laps remaining for the 14-year-old from the Midlands of England. Pugliarton P2, and it's Paul Ribera. Keeps off the ripple strip, smooth down through the gearbox. Here's the English driver, there's the Ukrainian, and Paul Ribera, the Austrian, on your screen in position 3. Penultimate lap for Slater, didn't get the best start. His teammate, meanwhile, Bertucca, he had a horrible start. He was in the grass and stationary at the end of the, well, even a few corners. But Bertucca has recovered, the fastest driver on the circuit from the back of the pack, and Christian Cannibal up into position 6. Last lap now for Freddie Slater. The gap, 0.6 of a second. Pugliarton still at the absolute limit as he's flat down through the left kink at the end of the straight. That is world-famous South Garda Karting Lonato circuit. Slater down through the gearbox. The gap, 0.6 of a second to Pugliarton. Ribera, Julius Bernhardt, the top German, in position 4 from Mikelchik, and Christian Bertucca. Gabriel Kawa from Costa Rica has also retired. 300 metres to that checkered flag for Slater. Did it the hard way after not the best start, but has recovered. He is quick. His teammate has set the quickest lap of the race, and the Birolats will be the ones to beat here this afternoon as the fastest qualifier. Fast Freddie Slater takes victory in Prefinal A here at Lonato. Pugliarton across the line in position 2, then it's Ribera, Julius Bernhardt, and Mikelchik in P5. Cool recovery after missing the start. Slater wins it from Slavik Pugliarton in the LA Motorsport Falcon Kart. Ribera, 4-door Motorsport in the KR.